Sentinels conquered NA, and then they conquered the world in Reykjavik. But that was almost 3 years ago, and today they're not who they used to be, with the original team being long gone in different direction and Sentinel finishing the regular season in 7th place, a far cry from the old Sentinels. But I wanted to reminisce about the good old days and ask myself the question, how good was Sentinels? By breaking down the Reykjavik final between Sentinels and FNATIC on Haven. It's so weird to look at this, just seeing Potter on the desk, who is now the EG head coach, seeing Sentinels and FNATIC roster only having 2 or 1 player left on the original teams, and the UI just looks awful, thank god we have a new one. Let's talk about the meta. We're missing quite a lot of agents, but at the same time, the meta of agent where Sentinels going for Jet and Phoenix, an agent combo that is not being used at a high level for years it feels like. Then Astra, Cypher and Sova, who are still agent being on Haven, while FNATIC went for a more structured agent comp. That is not too far away from what we see today. What I'm missing on both teams is a Viper or a Breach, but the agent comps are not the worst. Sentinels are set up with 4 players towards A and Sova in mid. Usually we see Sova in today's meta help on long and using Astra or Cypher lurking in mid, while FNATIC have gone for 2 players on C, 1 player Garage and 1 on A and B. And here again in today's meta, we are playing Killjoy alone on C, since her kit will hold everything, so you can focus on A and B. Skye uses an early flash for information, and as soon as she gets information, she runs off towards B, while Sentinels uses Cypher Cage to allow Cypher to get into this corner, and the 3 other players to go A short. Then, with some Astra smoke, Sentinels have gone and taken A site, and goes for this plant. But as we always say, the 5v5 hold is one of the hardest to hold after you plant. Sentinels have gotten some nice positions, with Phoenix holding Heaven and Jet playing Graffiti corner, but FNATIC uses a bunch of abilities since there's so much left for the retake, and they take the first round.
And there's the defuse actually, it's actually, oh, it just missed halfway, but FNATIC are getting the kills here as they force Sentinels to have to peek from those smokes because they don't have any vision. That looked very comfortable for FNATIC. You can see exactly.
We're seeing Sentinels being spread a little bit more out with the setup of having 1 player C long, 1 player towards Garage, 2 players in mid and 1 player A long. While FNATIC are going for a 2 players A, 2 players Garage and Jet kinda unsure where to be. Sova drones down short and can't spot anyone. Insane to see how long the drone lasts. But FNATIC are not giving Sentinels any fights, which is something Sentinels really want. But FNATIC are on lower buy, so they know they want to push and go for close range fights. And here Sentinels are allowing FNATIC this, since they're playing super passive. Sentinels have tried to take B site and find kills, but FNATIC have been playing too safe and have scared Sentinels, and they only have 1 option left, which is C site. And in the meantime, Jet and my worst enemy, Durka, gets a kill in mid. But Sentinels get sight, and here FNATIC can't do much, and Sentinels takes a round.
It looks like there is a safe exit for Sentinels if they want it. Mystic is going to try, they want to try to force the fight, so they want to try and make sure they actually die and get some kills along the way here. Sick will be pushed to defend. Another shot comes in. Another kill there for Doma, so damage being done. Nice shots from Doma. Able to steal away a Phantom. Can he get out of there in time? It looks like he should be able to. The spike is far enough away.
Sentinels are now changing up how they play with Jet towards Garage, Cypher lurking outside of A, and the rest going C long, while FNATIC are playing 2C, 1B and the rest on A. Something I love is that FNATIC are focusing so much on C when they have a Killjoy on site, since Astra is better as a rotating agent since she can use her stars from everywhere, so having her in Garage or B is usually better. Durka goes for a push down mid, but Cypher camps get placed and you have to smoke it off and fall back. They should tell Sentinels that FNATIC are desperate with a push like this. And what I love is how little map control Sentinels have and they still feel comfortable. This is something teams today are struggling with. It's time for the execute, and I love what Durka does here by jumping back site in hope to get a kill or 2, but he's too late and jumping into 3 players and his demise was inevitable. And Sentinels pushes site and takes the round quite comfortable. I want to see over that. Look at how little map control Sentinels had the whole round, and they still managed to take site. They understood the strength of the comp they play, and that's how good they are when taking site, since you have 2 duelists, a Smoker and Sova and Cypher, to recon back site. And with this strong attack-sided comp, you don't need much map control.
Ready and waiting for that one. Sentinels were just holding their ground, looking for the response, picked up Durka, and now they're just charging through to the site. Backside control for Boaster, he's got to hit every shot. Dapper will eventually take him down, and with the neural theft, they know exactly what's going on. Mystic, last player standing. It's gonna get taken down by Dapper as well. 7-3 opening here.
FNATIC have done an amazing job of getting the game back, and the score is 10-9. One round of tying the game, and it's a full buy for both teams. Sentinels are playing a 2-1-2 setup with a big focus on A long and C long, while FNATIC are going for the 4 players towards A and Astra lurking. Here FNATIC uses abilities to take away long from Sentinels, and the Sentinel boys have to fall back. Or do they? Teets finds a little gap in the smoke, and he grows some bolts to push it. And Astra smokes are very scary, since she can at any time remove it and reveal 3 players. So going for this push is very risky by Teets, but Teets know how important A long is for Sentinels, and he takes the gamble. And Teets gambles pays off, killing Jet and almost a second player, but he have to dash away. But he updraft and can now hold short from the boxes, allowing Shazam to focus on long instead. Sage rests Jet and the game is back to 5v5. And after some time, FNATIC are going for a fake with 2 players going C long and the bomb and 2 other players pushing A short. And Teets is alone on side. Since FNATIC have taken so long to do this, Sentinel got cold feet and started rotating around. Sick goes huge and gets 2 kills while Teets gets 1 kill. And the game is a 2v4 in the favor of Sentinels. FNATIC gets a plant, but this is a tough hold and they decides to push, and this does not work, and FNATIC loses the round.
Was a short in Magnum. And actually, no, the spike is going to be there as well. So it's going to be a fake of the C rotation, but they have to sell this one. Oh, that's a huge...
It's not sold.
Fine from Sick. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Rib. Definitely not sold, but they still take down 10s. So 2v4 after plant. It is workable.
Sonar Bolt waiting to come up for Shazam. They possibly wait for that to happen before they even retake the site. Yes, Magnum pushing up. This is perfect, but there's too many on each side, and he gets crossfired as he goes for the play that can give them the advantage. Great thought, as Sentinels just has too many there. A 4K for Sick.
Sentinels have lost the last 2 rounds, and their buy reflects that, with no player having any rifles, while FNATIC have a full buy. Will this match go to overtime? FNATIC's setup is interesting, with Astra and Jet slowly lurking, and 3 players going towards C. Very similar to Sentinels, but Sentinels could do this since they had 2 duelists. FNATIC on the other hand only have Jet, making entry very hard, when Jet is not there. But FNATIC understands this and walks back. Sentinels is set up with 3 players A, 1 B and 1 C. So right now FNATIC have the correct read of sending 3 players towards C long. And here FNATIC are fast towards C site. But look at Teets. While Sentinels were giving up C long, Teets gets A long, and this allows Sentinels to rotate to help on C. Here Durka goes huge and kills 2 of the rotating players, and it's a 3v5 for FNATIC. What can Sentinels do? Well, look at the map. Astra for FNATIC might be caught off guard, and FNATIC do not have much map control other than sight. So this is the way for Sentinels. And here, while Astra is putting down stars, Teets find her and it's a 4v3. Still hard, but Teets have a gun. And as we know, he was a monster during this event. Sage misplaced the wall, but it doesn't look like FNATIC knows this, and Shazam gets to push through and kill Durka. And a 5v3 is now a 3v3, and FNATIC do not have any good positions, with 2 players long and Sage stuck on site. Mystic uses a Sky Flash and full blind Sage. This tells Sentinels that Sky is longish area, and after Magnum kills Shazam, Sentinels know where the 2 last players are. And they win the 3v5 retake.
Sonar up. Dome is close, they don't know. Oh my god, he gets flashed!
The team flash! The team flash! Magnum's in the smoke here, 10
Oh my god!
Magnum's got no HP, not like this! Sentinels! They're gonna get the defuse! They've done it! Sentinels are the masters to Reykjavik champions!
Many rounds were played quite different to how we play today. But this was the first big event in Valorant, and Sentinels proved to everyone how good they were. To answer the questions, was Sentinels good? Yes, they were. Today, all the players are on different paths. With Dapper on no team at all, Shazam just got released from G2, and we start with content creation. Teets is still on Sentinels, Soms without a team, and Sick have lost his mind. Thanks for watching.